Greetings, Commanders, and welcome to another Thursday night live stream. I am one of your hosts, Stephen Benedetti, one of the community managers here on Elite Dangerous, and I'm joined by the spendiferous, the fastest SRV player in the land, and soon to be an Axie expert, Zac Cocken. How are you, Zac?
All right, thanks again for the intro. Remember, I did say I'm the third best SRV.
No, you said you were up in the third. I think is definitely what you said.
Top three.
I don't seem to be getting anything in the chat, so I don't know if my restring is acting up. Let me just refresh and see if I can get anything. There's always problems, isn't there? There's always problems on a live stream, which is a good point to remind everybody that this is a working from home stream. We are. All right, well, this chat one is not working, so we've just got this. Steve is flipped. Yes, I am flipped, actually. There'll be a reason for that. So welcome to our Thursday night live stream. This is a fight or flight. These episodes, we focus on all combat and Elite Dangerous. We have a fantastic group which will show us how to do some combat tonight, because Zac over here has never, ever even seen a Thargoid. Have you, Zac?
Never.
No, that's it.
Flesh.
Once in the flesh. Once. So we have two people on with us that are going to help out with that. But before we get into it, I'm sure there is a lot of questions in the chat. So first of all, we would like to say thank you for joining us. And second is that we have heard some discussion and news about some survivors, and just so you know that we are aware of it, we are aware of the survivors, the people that are been taken to mine in other areas. We have heard news about it, and we are aware, and we are working on the best way to try and help these new commanders. It's an open game, these things can happen, and we love how groups and communities can come together to help other players out. So that'll be awesome when we can kind of get on top of that with them. So that'll be awesome. We can save these commanders that are stranded out in the black. Second of all, if you are excited for tomorrow, because every Friday we release some information on Odyssey, so are we. We have more information dropping on Odyssey tomorrow with our weekly Q&As, which you guys supplied, and we got to speak with the development team, and the development team gave us some great answers. So we'll be posting that tomorrow around 12 p.m. UTC, I believe. So we're really excited for that. I think that's it. Have I missed anything, Zac?
No, don't think so.
No, not fandabidosi. So let's move on to the show. So as you've seen, it's Fight or Flight with the Anti Xeno Initiative. And if you don't know who the Anti Xeno Initiative are, you're about to find out, because we are joined by two members of the Anti Xeno Initiative. I would like you to give a warm welcome to Commander Gluttony Fang and Commander Katie Byrne. How are we, guys?
Doing well, thank you. Thanks for having us on the stream.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us on.
It is an absolute pleasure. And
might
again,
not
just
say that by the end of this stream.
by the end of the stream, you might not. You can actually see we have a new layout as well. So since we've been working from home, it's actually been quite a challenge, because sometimes our streams go well, sometimes they don't, sometimes we fall out of signal and drop out, like Zac did last week when he accidentally lost signal and couldn't come and race with us. That was an awesome stream last week. So we're trying out new layouts, putting ourselves a wee bit small in the corner so you can focus on the game. So if you have any feedback, like Chris Ghost Star says, much better layout, please let us know. We're going to be experimenting with this, and if you have any suggestions or recommendations, we're always happy to help. Talking about Zac escaping last week, unfortunately, you may have seen that Bruce and Arthur are supposed to be on tonight. They've been extremely busy today, so Zac and I have jumped on, and in that kind of rush and excitement of pulling everything together, I have decided out of my own free will that I will not participate. I want to see Zac.
Exactly
I want to see Zac earn his stripes, because I've already killed like 2 Thargoids already. So I want to see Zac earn his stripes, and we have Commander Gluttony and Katie Byrne to help us out. So before we find out how you're going to help us out kill some Thargoids, could we have a wee bit of introduction of who you are and what you do for the Anti Xeno Initiative? We'll start off with Commander Gluttony Fang, if that's all right.
Of course. So I am Commander Gluttony Peng. I am the founder of the Anti Xeno Initiative in 3303. Well, it all came together when I was one day trying to do a bit of a research trip on a cyclops. Decided to launch a research limpet after feeding it some meta alloys, which they like. So I was like, okay, maybe I can get a little sample. But no, I was shot at. So yeah, ever since we have decided to come together as a group, as a collective community to combat against the Thargoid threat.
Amazing, amazing. And Commander Katie Byrne.
I am Commander Katie Byrne. I'm a director at the AXI. I'm number one on the AXI leaderboard at the moment. I started AX when me and my husband ran into a Hydra of all things, so the mega ship, and it killed us. So, but from that moment we were hooked.
Talk about a way to come together. So what would you and your husband say is your hardest challenge together as a couple? Well, we both fought a Hydra together. that was the hardest thing we ever had to go through. This is how relationships last. Exactly, fantastic. And thank you for joining us. Now, like we said, Zac has never had his Thargoid stripes. So thank you for coming on. He's been talking about it constantly. He says he's going to be the best Thargoid slayer in the galaxy. So we just really appreciate that we have the two best representatives to show him how it's done. And I'm not going to say if he fails it's your fault, because no, because it's going to be completely his fault. But I believe he's in good hands. So to continue on from that, before we start watching, I understand that there is some Thargoid sympathisers, so just a kind of wee disclaimer is that Thargoids will be hurt in this video. We're going to do it anyway, and we apologise if it upsets you, so if you want to switch away now you can, but we will be blowing some Thargoids up, or trying to. But I believe in Zac, and I believe in his teachers. So
he says, how does Zac feel this experience is going to go? If I can get through this stream without blowing up, that will be satisfactory for me.
Yeah. And we say that, and I might just crash into him for fun. We'll see. Well, I might pull a Bruce and just go head first into that. But now that my introduction part is over, I'm going to hand you over to your teachers. And while we're there, I'll start filming everybody. I'll do the photography bit of the segment.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so today we'll likely be taking on a Cyclops to start, and if we perform well, we'll be heading on to a Basilisk, and if we perform well with that and we still have time, maybe we'll do a Medusa. So, Zac, do you have any questions for us in terms of how you want to fly, what techniques?
I think maybe we just get stuck in. Maybe that's the best way to do it, you know?
You're serious about this.
Right, I'm here for support, and what I would recommend, Zac, is maybe a bit of first startups, how to maybe what weapons are good, fine. What are the main kind of just as a nice wee voice of encouragement.
Yeah, so we had a bit of a chat about this earlier, and as far as I can tell, and obviously let me know differently, Gauss cannons are pretty good. That seems to be something that I've heard is good. The Guardian Gauss cannon. Beam laser can be good in certain situations. And the remote release flak launcher. Can you tell us a bit about the strategies that you use when fighting a Thargoid?
So, the Gauss cannons are your primary offensive weapon. So if you're attacking the Thargoid itself, you'll want to use your Gauss cannons. Continuously hitting the Thargoid until you see one of the hearts light up. That heart then, we call it exerted. That means you can actually destroy the heart if you hit it enough. Once the heart's been destroyed, the Thargoid will deploy a shield that will stay up for a few minutes, but you can attack the shield with your beam laser, and the beam laser will keep you cool while you're attacking it. And then the flak launcher, which is a weapon you must hold the trigger down on in order to use it, is for attacking the Thargoid swarm. So if you have the swarm targeted and you fire at the swarm, you'll get an audible range indicator that will let you know when to release the trigger of the flak round.
Right.
And to add on what Katie has said, just a disclaimer before we have all the commanders out there running out to buy normal beam lasers in hoping to cool their ship down, you do need to engineer your beam laser to have the thermal vent special effect in order to vent the heat in your ship. So yeah, there's that. But besides that, yes.
So how do we go about finding these Thargoids then?
Well, today, there are different ways to find Thargoids. There are specific systems that they're known to roam about in. There are times when they attacked human settlements and colonies via incursion. But today we're in Astrope, and we will be using the unknown signal sources. Well, non-human signal sources. They are very populated here. So Katie will be leading the way to find us our targets, and then we'll engage afterwards.
Fantastic. So shall we get cracking?
Why not?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. So we've got bad intro and other people asking questions in the stream. Obviously, our Thursday night streams are focused on having our guests on and talking to our guests in the community. I'll try and answer as many questions as I can in the chat, but this is mostly about Thargoids, fighting, and the Anti Xeno Initiative. And if you want to be part of the Anti Xeno Initiative, we've actually got a MoveBot command set up. So that's !AXI, and that'll give you a lovely Discord link. And that link will take you to their Discord if you want to get some bug hunting, because you know what they say, the only good bug is a dead bug. We're not going to get sued for that.
And while Katie finds us our targets, I'll elaborate a little bit more on the reason why people should choose the Gauss cannon. So it's basically a railgun. It's a Guardian human hybrid weapon, and it's very effective in both exerting and sniping out the heart of the Thargoids. So Zach, you haven't exactly fought an interceptor before, so when you see that there's glowing bits on the Thargoid, that's where you want to shoot at. We'll try to provide you with targeting information with the Xeno scanner, and hopefully you'll be able to hit your shots. How do you feel? Do you feel confident
Great.
about this?
I'm 100% confident.
The
That's the only way to be.
The most important thing is to just have fun, though. It's just to make sure you're having fun.
Oh, of course, I'll always have fun.
So I'm just being told that our guests are quite quiet, so let me just turn that up a wee bit and see if that works out. Except for power play, feds love those bugs, Mike says. Well, I'm not sure, but I think that it is a love-or-hate relationship. There are people who say that, you know, they love Thargoids, they don't love Thargoids. You know, there's a lot of sympathizers out there. I don't know. I'm kind of against the Thargoids. What about you, Zach? Have you ever had any thoughts about it?
I made some comments on a previous stream, which I'm not going to repeat in this company. Well, let's just say that I'm fully against Thargoids.
Well, that is the only attitude we would appreciate. I believe Katie has found our prey, so let's jump into Super Cruise and lock onto her beacon and jump in.
Nice. Camera crew's on its way. I feel like when you're like a camera crew and you go into like they have like the reporters and they go to like the military and they head in and they have to keep letting their heads down. I feel kind of like that, and I feel like I might be the target first, and I hope not. Somebody's asked, are drops on? No, we're not doing drops on our this Thursday stream. As we says, we're keeping drops for very special streams. We're working on some really great prizes for everybody. So if you are waiting for a drop, it's not going to be on tonight's stream, but we will announce it in all of our social channels. You'll be able to see when we're going to get them.
We had a little bit of a situation here. The Cyclops saw us and decided to run away. So 1 second, please remain in Super Cruise.
Okay, should we
No
stay
problem.
in Super Cruise?
Yeah, both Zach and I missed. I think it was because I was trying to talk, which I've been told not to do when I'm in Super Cruise. That's why. Hawks Gaming says Stephen needs a cool purple backlight like Zach has. I think I have a light. Do I have any cool lights?
Apparently, Mike, you have a better mic than me, though. My mic's apparently really quiet today. Can't move it any closer to my face. Everyone's saying in chat. Unfortunately, that is as close as it goes.
I've noticed your face get closer. Let me jump over to Discord and see if I can do the wee face thing where I'll just turn you right up. I'll turn you all up.
Sounds
You're all
nice.
at 2. You're all 200 now.
Let me know, chat. How do I sign now?
Okay, well, yeah, let us know how Zac sounds. There we are. Talk in Super Cruise. I love your accent. Is that me or Zac? Because we both have very distinguished accents. He's a northerner, aren't you? And I'm a true northerner.
You're further north than possible.
Yeah. As far as you
Okay, I
can
got
go.
one.
Okay, let's drop in on her.
I'm gonna
Okay.
aggro it. I'm gonna aggro it this time.
Hold on. Oh, wait just 1 sec. Oh, you already did. Let's do it then.
Someone says I'm using a controller. Yes, I'm using a controller. I actually do have a hot ass here, but every time that I went to use it, the key bindings aren't there, and I need to bind it. And then I go, I'll do that tomorrow morning, and then it's a Friday, and I get my first coffee, and then I end up just working. I don't know how else to say that in a non-positive way, but I totally forget. Question says, Mikal1717, is this your guys' first time ever facing a Thargoid? It is not my first time, but it is Zac's. But we have fantastic teachers here for Zac. We've got Commander Gluttony Fang
So
and
if no
Katie
one
Byrne.
Stephen isn't fighting this time, he's chickening out.
I mean, I like how you say that. I don't want to shame whoever put my ship together. But shame, because I genuinely would tickle a Thargoid at this point with the weapons that I have. So yeah. What ship are you using? We're using
Yeah.
Alliance Chieftains, aren't we? Are we all?
Yep. Well,
Now
we
you-
have 1 Crusader.
One Crusader, and the rest of us are in Alliance Chieftains. I can see, quite interesting, that Katie and Gluttony both have their shields off, but Zac doesn't, and I believe we'll find out why very shortly.
Yeah, I think it's something to do with heat. Is that right, Commander?
Basically, yeah, the meta, if you will, the kind of recommended ship builds within AX when you've got some experience, is to forego shields, purely because your primary defense when you're doing the technique we use is called cold orbiting. Your primary defense is staying cold as opposed to soaking up damage. So having a shield just means you've got more pips to manage. Which, if you're proficient with the cold orbit, you really don't need a shield anyway.
Well, my shield went down immediately as soon as I arrived in the system.
I'm okay. I've not been seen, so I'm going to try and see if I can move. I'll see if I can learn how to do this again. So I need to attach my camera. You guys concentrate on fighting. This is just me. Attach my camera to the front of my ship, and then hopefully I'll be able to fly about. We have some questions in the chat about community managers, which was a good question. It's like, what do community managers do when they're not doing streams or answering questions? We have a really busy
What do we
job.
do, Stephen?
Normally crying into a pillow.
Good work, Zac. You've exerted the heart there. So the glowing heart now, if you attack the glowing heart, you will eliminate the heart.
I believe I am now flying my ship while it's attached. So I'm gonna
Managing
slow
the
down.
temperature. There we go. At least trying to.
You're doing really good.
So we can. Oh, I should really go back on screen because I'm going to fly into the Thargoid.
Probably a help, Stephen.
Did I? I'm glad. Oh, it just looks terrifying. Do you know what's really upsetting though? I have my audio off, so I do apologise everybody for this, but you kind of need to hear. Thargoids are just. I mean, I'm not going to overdo anybody here, but the sound of Thargoids is terrifying and lovely at the same time. Let's apply that. Alright, now I need to find you because I'm using my camera.
Zac, I have pinged the scan data, so if you use your sub-targeting, you can find a heart that's Exerted? When we exerted? Actually, let me just do that real
Should
quick.
we exert the heart?
Go ahead.
So we've got a question in the chat saying, do AX and advanced multi-cannons still work? Is that against Thargoids or in general?
Advanced AX multi-cannons work against both human and Xeno targets, but obviously not as effective against human.
Hearts up.
Yep. So, Zach, if you want to sub-target that heart, taking the attention off from you real quick.
So if you guys can see through my screen that the heart is exposed, that's that wee glowy bit, and they're getting it.
Just find a heart that's damaged.
It's almost gone. You've almost done it.
Look at this. I've got to get, if Commander Orange Phoenix is in the chat, look at my camera skills right now. I'm doing well. Oh, look at that.
Check for the heat.
Now,
I'm using all my ammo on this first Thargoid, by the way. I'm good for now, but that's something I'm keeping in mind.
oh, I love that sound.
You definitely need to be mindful of your ammunition, especially as you get onto the higher variants.
Yeah, because Zach, this is the first one that you're fighting.
The thing is, when I was excellent work, excellent. When I was starting out, I would burn through all my ammo trying to get a cyclops kill.
I'm trying to get a nice close. You can see, everybody, that one of the side bits has been destroyed. Now, is that important to fighting a Thargoid?
Yes.
Absolutely. So each variant have different amount of hearts. The hearts are what's responsible for their regeneration capabilities, and by taking them out one by one is how we defeat the Thargoid.
Yeah. And you can just
right now we're in the shield phase of the fight where the Thargoid has deployed its shield, and the shield will decay naturally over time. With the Cyclops, it's about 2 minutes to decay the shield, but we can speed that process up by attacking it with the thermal vent beams that we have.
Amazing.
Yep, and after every heart's destruction, it will release a new swarm, which is what I'm dealing with right now.
Yeah, because the swarm just totally eats away at your ship, doesn't it?
Yes, they are actually more damaging than the Thargoid's main cannons if you don't take care of it.
Yeah,
that's why it actually did a lot of damage to me.
Yeah, I'm just hoping it's not attacking me. So if anyone sees it attacking me, because I can't see my ship at the moment, I'm just I've got a really nice shot on. So this is I'm right up next to. Don't hit it. Oh, I may have hit it. It may be mad at me now. That seems okay with me. Just so everyone knows, this mode I cannot see any of my controls, so I'm either flying into or running about. As Pixie Wifey says, I was wondering if there's any more haggis for dinner. I've not had haggis for my dinner this week. No, that was a Tuesday stream. The Firehawk says Steven's just agitated the swarm. Might have. I have no idea. I might blow up. I'm kind of concerned about that. I'll check in a minute.
So the second heart is
in the shield phase.
No,
it's
the shield is down now.
Go back.
You can see the glowy pits, so go ahead and sub-target the heart that's damaged, and then shoot at it.
Yeah, so I think one of my favourite things about the AXI group is the amount of time it takes to destroy a Thargoid. That you've got quite a big group, quite a solid group together. Can you tell us a wee bit about your group?
Of course. So we started very small actually, and then it's just as people become increasingly interested in AX content, we grew bigger and bigger. Initially, people were more focused on solo skills or the ability to basically take out an interceptor on their own, but eventually as the group, we diversified and started to be able to take on bigger threats together. And of course, there will always be commanders that are just able to take on everything by themselves, but we found strength in both numbers and those that have exceptional skills.
Amazing, and I love that. I think it's one of those things like Elite Dangerous as an amazing game where people come together and do amazing things and mine and explore and find new things, but to all come together to take on such a humongous threat, like we were saying about the time. So what's the different levels of Thargoids and the time it takes roughly to kind of take one down?
So
I do this about embarrassing me right now.
so the Cyclops variant, on average, people should be able to take it down on their own around 5 to 7 minutes. Nice shot.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Look at that
This
flying,
is-
that bit of debris.
With the second hard down, the Thargoid will deploy caustic missiles, which you should run away from.
Oh, I just seen that hit Zach.
Yep, you just got hit by it. So what you want to do is, now you have caustic condition on your ship. You want to basically
Get away.
going to silent running and then start firing your gauss to heat up your ship to over 150% to get rid of it instantly, and then come out of silent running and then pop heat sinks. So you want to silent run first, then start shooting your gauss.
Yeah.
It's
So that's
silent run
important. And then start shooting.
shoot. Okay, it's off. So go ahead and turn your silent running off and start deploying heat sinks. So caustic damage is something that will eat at your ship, and someone was destroyed. Yes.
It was
So let's
Steven.
take
I'm so
let's take a wee moment and watch Zach's screen while I come back. I'll be back.
I was so focused on keeping
Zach alive.
alive.
Shields are down.
Got it.
Shield down, they'll come back.
Yeah. So yeah, as a photographer, you can get into the. Do you know I got some great shots? I'm actually okay that I blew up. So I'll come and join you again and start doing some shooting. But right now you're on screen with Zach's feed, so he can kind of show you what he's doing while he's doing it.
It's expert gameplay.
Expert. Can we get an F in the chat for Stephen? I was like, says Stephen, maybe come out of camera mode occasionally to check on your ship. I mean, I'm all about that. I'm all about that footage. That's my focus. Is that footage? Do you know what I mean? I would die for that footage, and I proved it. You know, us photographers don't get enough credit. But I'm nearby. I'm going to come join you again.
Going back to your earlier question, when it comes to stepping up the different Thargoid interceptor variants, after the Cyclops, you've got the basilisk, which typically takes around 15 minutes to kill, and then you have the Medusa, which takes on average about 30 minutes, and then 45 minutes to an hour for the toughest, which is the Hydra.
Awesome.
Okay.
Jeez, terrifying.
If I attempted a Hydra, we'd be here until next week probably. It'll probably kill me first.
Now, Gluttony, I know that you've done us a massive favour by coming on this stream, you and Katie, but I keep getting asked in the chat, what is this thing about a Hydra and you dying?
Hydra?
I think it's a Hydra. What was that?
Apparently you died to a Hydra.
Wow.
So,
I think what they're trying to get
oh no,
at is,
Cyclops. Sorry, it was a Cyclops.
Cyclops.
Firehawk said, ask Gluttony about how he died to a Cyclops.
So during a stream event that I had with Commander Exigeous, which is a prominent streamer, and I consider a prominent member. Exigeous, a prominent member of the community, ED community. We were showcasing how to defeat the Thargoids on one of his streams, and I was a little distracted, and so you saw the swarm that came out of the Thargoid.
Yep.
After a certain amount of time,
And she said,
shut down field. Might want to boost away.
I attempted to.
Okay, it's okay. Make sure your
Okay.
flight assist. Well, hopefully your flight assist was off when you boosted.
I'll take aggro.
That's a nice shot. Nice chat.
Okay, to continue the story.
Yes.
It is embarrassing for me to this very day, but it's a good reminder that Thargoids are dangerous, no matter how experienced you are at it, fighting Thargoids. So I was distracted, and these swarms, after a certain amount of time, the Thargoids engage in something called enrage mode, which they will release basically swarm after it's defeated, and they will engage in something called a kamikaze run, which they all turn into missiles, and they will go after you. And I was not paying attention, and they basically went after my power plant, and I died because of it.
Oh no!
And because cyclops are the easiest variant of Thargoids, and the fact that I'm a founder of AXI, people well has for every reason to believe that that was a major screw up.
I'm
Do you know what?
by the way, right now.
So
I feel like
now the running joke is that there are threat 10 cyclops. You know.
After 10 cyclops against you.
So yes, speaking of the threat level, cyclops are classified normally as threat 5 usually in signal sources. 6 will be for basilisk, 7 is for medusa, and 8 is for hydra. But there could also be instances where it's a threat 6, but it's a cyclops with scouts. So it could also occur like that. So obviously there is no threat 10. Running joke.
so it's quite extreme. Wow, well, I didn't know that, but you know, I still feel safe. Does anybody have their wing signal on?
Oh, I'll get mine on that.
Yeah, so your wing signal can get disabled when you get hit by the shutdown field, regardless of if you are shut down or not. So it's important to turn that down for your wingman.
Yeah, I saw that. I was flying towards you saw and then you disappeared, and I was like, oh, and then I saw that I saw that Zac was getting shut down for that moment in time.
I was burning off the call stick as Mikhail in the chat told me to do.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
You learned that trick very fast.
Wait, he's the number 3 SRV driver in the galaxy. He knows what he's doing. I wonder who's 1 and 2. I thought Asash's might be, but you've called him out. We're waiting for the end.
Asash's probably number 4 at this point. Like the mystical entities that we're not going to talk about.
I'm just really happy that Asash's is in the chat, and when we can, we'll put that big talk towards in another full throttle episode. I'm excited for that.
I'm burning up a lot of my ammo here. I've got 38 and 41 shots left. So I'm obviously missing most of them.
There's only 1 heart left, so you've definitely got enough to finish the fight.
Piglet Last Stand says that they're actually impressed by Zac's shooting. There you go.
Oh, thank you. Can I get out of here for a second?
Yep, heart's at 71%. Nice
Right,
dodge there.
Excellent.
Right, so I'm back in the fight. Well, I'm back in the.
This is a great help, Stephen.
What I'm thinking is I'm going to try and mount it on the back of my ship to see if I get attacked, and then continue to show off the battle. I mean, maybe not the back of my ship's not the greatest idea. Where are you? Oh.
We'll defeat this one by the end of the stream. That's the goal.
That is the new goal.
I know you guys wanted to defeat like 3 of them, but you know, let's be patient.
Let's be patient.
One step at a time. That's how you do AX.
That's right.
You've got this. I think I need to put my camera in a wee bit more here, maybe. All right, let's. Okay, I'm coming towards the battle.
Yes.
I'll put my pips and system. So yeah, Commander Orlando says, please be careful. Cyclops become more dangerous in a live stream.
Yes. Cyclops tend to become very dangerous on live streams.
I would agree on that. I'm only a photographer, so I don't want to get. Look at that. I mean, I can see.
It's causing me a lot more issues.
I can see that your battle is going quite well. You're hitting it hard at this point. And did Zach? Did you just book it
For a
there?
different tactic.
Did you just headbutt it? Yeah.
You use that opportunity to shoot the heart when he's lightning you. I'll take care of the swarm.
Ah, I see.
I was going to say, it'd be really nice if the swarm didn't come near me again. So yeah, if anyone is curious of what the swarm is, that is the swarm, and it basically like just shreds your ship. It's going after Zach.
Oh no.
Tiger Star says, where's much Odyssey
Okay.
news? There's no Odyssey news on this stream today, but if you watch our forums at 12 p.m. UTC tomorrow, we will have some news of the Odyssey questions that you guys asked before the holiday that we asked one of the developers. So check that out. The curtains are chasing Zach.
Okay.
Oof.
This last one is I've lost my ability.
Yep. 71% the last heart.
Oh no, that was a good
And
shot.
Also, I believe this is the cyclops has engaged in rage, so be very careful of the swarm.
Oh yeah, it's
Okay,
not happy.
Unless
Very
you want to
limited,
get more
ammo left.
That's
I mean,
not a
at
happy
this point,
Thargoid.
It wouldn't bother me.
I think like
You guys want
as
to, help out with this.
Okay, yeah, okay.
as an actual combatant, like as an enemy, they are like even the smallest ones. They are not easy. Do you know? There's so many things that you need to be mindful of and patient about, which I found out playing Jedi Fallen Order. Oh, look at that, beautiful! Look at that.
I'm gonna take all
Well
credit.
done.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, a pupil is only as good as their teacher. I should
Zach,
probably.
for a first time out, that was fantastic. You landed a bunch of shots on the hearts. I think you destroyed 2 of those hearts outright.
Yep.
True.
And
I did
that's-
use around 140 rounds of ammo.
I mean, I did.
Do
Yeah, I was
value.
fine.
So I'm doing something you should never do once you kill a Thargoid, is I'm flying into the debris. There's a reason for that. I now have caustic damage. But you can see it on my
I
ship.
also have caustic damage.
Oh no, I'm blowing up again. Don't tell me I have. Let's jump back to. So when Thargoids die, they release a very deadly ammonia. So yeah, that blows up your ship. I'm just doing what
But you
you
think you've
should
won?
do.
They have the last left.
They do, and I'm just doing what you guys shouldn't do. That's why I'm doing that as a reporter. So how are we
Yes.
looking for? How are we looking? Are we keen to go for the next one? Do we want to see if we can take on one
I
more?
mean,
I think we
if,
should.
if everyone else was,
Yep.
everyone
We
else
should.
was
We
joining
should.
in the fight.
We should let Zach at least experience what Basilisk is like, but this time around, Katie and I will take a more active role in the battle
Yeah.
to
Okay.
help along, and I think it's doable.
I'm very low on everything right now. I don't have any heat sink left. Oh, no, one heat sink.
Yep, run to the station
Yeah, there
with
is
us
a.
and do a resupply.
Yeah, I'm at the station.
Yep, drop in
Yeah.
on my.
Okay, let's do that.
I'm at that station, so I'll just wait for you outside that station. But yeah, no, Zach, I will give you credit where credit's due. You definitely done a good job.
Thanks, mate.
I would definitely say it was your teachers more than you. Hey guys.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, I think I just
can't
bumped
argue
into
that, to be
Glenn.
fair.
And this is another usual incident that happens in the AXI events is mail slot ramming.
Nobody saw that.
There are times that you will see people flying Type 9s and Type 10s, well, unironically, and you just like, yep, I'm going to die here in this mail slot.
Yeah. Yeah. I just I was hitting you because you were supposed to let Zac fail. That was my bump of, he's already got a big head, he doesn't need a bigger one. Goids too, Steven Zero. I'm not fighting the Goids, I'm a reporter. Just in case anybody's watching, I am not fighting, I am showing off the cinematic style of a fight between...
Steven.
Because Bruce...
Somehow, by staying out of the fight, you have died more than me.
Because I was getting those close shots. Do you know what I mean? I was getting right in there. I was taking the bullets for you. There was times where I was getting hit where you were free, and that's because I was helping you. That was my way of being a bullet sponge. Do the Goids know? Says Chris. No, they don't. They don't listen to me. I don't speak Thargoid.
Cyclops are more dangerous on stream as per Orlando.
Yeah, definitely. But do you know what's a really important, a really interesting thing is this is something that you guys do quite a lot, and this is probably one of your favourite elements of Elite Dangerous. What keeps bringing you back to hunting these Goids?
For me, sorry, no, please. For me, it's fighting as big a group as possible. I've done the most I've done at once so far is 10, which was 2 Hydras, 3 Medusa, 2 Basilisks, 3 Cyclops, and I'm always looking to kind of take on bigger groups with more challenging ships, and there's lots of experimentation you can do with ships. I actually on my YouTube channel I do reviews of ships when used in AX combat, and you find some really amazing and interesting combinations when it comes to ships you wouldn't think would work, but then you can, if you push hard with them, you can make them work.
Yeah, exactly. And what is your channel? If you want me, I can share it in the chat.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Yeah, it's Commanders Will and Kate. That's me and my husband. And it's we do reviews and tutorials. We've got some videos actually on the cold orbiting technique. That some people have found useful.
Amazing, right? Well, everybody in the chat, go check it out. This is Commander's Will and Kate's YouTube channel. So we'll pop that in the chat one more again, and as well, if you want to if you want to be a part of the AXI or just jump on and get some learnings about it, you can put an !AXI, and that'll take you to their Discord where you can join. But yeah, I'll pop the YouTube link in the restream, and I'll fire it over. QA says...
my fines, and I'm up and away.
I'm sorry, somebody's name is QA, and I hope that they actually mean it to be Kui, because that's what it is. Kui says, Katie, what ship build were most surprised at how well it did? What was the most surprising ship build against Thargoids, do you think?
Funny enough, actually, it's one that I haven't put the video out for it yet, but one that has really surprised me is the Type 7. The Type 7 transporter. Yes, I mean, you'd think with the 4 small hardpoints and the very large hull that it would be almost impossible to use, but because of the micro gimbal effect on small Gauss cannons, it's actually far more effective than I would have given it credit for.
Wow. I've got to say, one of my favourite looking ships is the Type 7. I love the look of it.
I am also quite partial to that blocky kind of sci-fi look that it has. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I really enjoy that type as well.
Finding unconventional combinations and strange ships and weapons and setups to use is part of what we do to have fun here in AXI. That's part of, I think, what makes people come back is to... Essentially, Thargoids are what I would like to call endgame PvE, namely dangerous. Some might disagree with me, but I feel like it's such a good combination between learning mechanics and also pushing yourself, setting goals for yourself, wanting to accomplish it with less and less potent weaponry, and just being able to have a mastery over the mechanics. I think that's what keeps most people coming back. For me, I think initially I was definitely like Katie. I wanted to push boundaries, wanted to go further and further. But then with the founding of AXI and everything, I kind of turned more into the administrative side of things. So just watching people get into AX, having a lot of fun, learning from each other, teaching one another, for me, that's rewarding and enjoyable.
Yeah, I think that's what's really interesting about Elite, and unfortunately, Zach's how long have you been here now, Zach? 2 months, 3 months?
Yeah, 2 months.
Two 2 months. So I mean, I was really fortunate enough to just go to one community event, but the sadly, obviously, being in this global pandemic, we can't really come together to do that stuff. But what amazes me is literally the communities that are about this game and the things that everybody does in this game and the way that they come together and fight and race and mine and do everything, and there's just so much like all you can see from it, you know, and the passion there, which is just amazing.
The AXI as well is a really good environment for that kind of community because of so we have like a progression rank system, so it's a celebrated occasion when someone takes out their first cyclops or their first basilisk, and there are a lot of challenge ranks that push people to keep going.
Yeah,
Are
exactly.
there any other groups that you work with? I guess semi-regularly or regularly, or is it kind of just stuck? You stay within your own means.
We actually coordinate with quite a few groups. Canon, for example, for scientific research and also collaboration on information sharing and research. Obviously, we're still more combative focused group, but we rely quite a bit on them as well to see what kind of scientific endeavors can help us advance our techniques and also just in general understanding the Thargoids better. And also, we have a pretty close working relationship with Operation IDA, which they focus on repairing the stations damaged after incursion. So we also work a lot with them to make sure that we take care of the station that got pretty much destroyed or demolished by the Thargoids. And there are a lot more different communities. I just can't name them all, but it's the collaborating effort to combat against the Thargoids and learn more about them is what bring us together.
Yeah, that was one of the hardest things of like any streams that we do when we try and look back in the community, and there's just so many people to highlight and so many groups to highlight that sometimes we just don't have the time in like an hour stream to kind of do it all, as much as we want to. But it is one of those things. It is a great community, and the stuff that you guys do together, and like Operation Ida completed all the ships, which I can tell you nobody expected it to be done as quickly as it done here at Frontier. Nobody did, and we were all amazed and really impressed and proud of that.
So Asterion says, those shields though, Zach and Stephen, real AX pilots fly shieldless. So we have heard this, but we've also been told by the experts that you should have shields when you're getting started, which I am. That's your explanation for that one.
Yeah, and I'm a photographer, so I'm not fighting. I need my shields.
Yes. When people first get into AX and have no prior experience with Thargoids, it's very important to, I think, engage with shields and as much shields as possible, because it's the fastest way to learn and get better is to literally face tank all of the mechanics, like the ones you have seen, the lightning after the first heart, caustic missiles, shutdown field, swarm, the actual Thargoid main cannons. They're very important. It's very important to learn how they work and what they can do. For example, the lightning strike will disable one of your modules randomly, and it could be your thruster, it could be anything. So it's important to have the defenses in place to be able to take on those punishment and learn from them before you go into the more advanced, like shieldless, silent running, things like that.
So what do you do if someone say, okay, I'm interested in fighting Thargoids and I want to join Axie? What happens? What's the next step once they've joined the Discord? Is there any kind of intro or how does that work?
So we have on our website, we have wikis dedicated for information to be found on how to basically set up your ship, how to, say, for example, get the Gauss cannon, go to the Guardian site, things like that. All of the necessary information is there. And we also have mentors dedicated to answering people's questions. We have panels for flight school, for ship builds, for a lot of information that are, I think, crucial to take that first step towards it's taking out a cyclops, and then after that, it's completely based on what the commander wants to do at that point. Go further, or just join everyone else and take on threats together.
Yeah, exactly. Something in the chat actually said, "Are you guys ever going to do piracy?" We actually do have a channel called. Well, we do have a channel. We have an episode called Galactic Intern, where we try and focus on groups. So if there is any piracy groups out there who want to show us the way, or want us to kind of highlight anything on stream, or will teach us how to be pirates, please contact us. You can contact us at community@frontier.co.uk, or you can personally DM me. I am the Benedetti on Twitter and on Discord. You can hit me up. I'm on most of the Discords anyway. If you just ping us a wee email or message about your group, let us know who you are and what you'd like to do. We would love to do a stream with any group, and that's not just pirates; it's any group. So yeah, it's important. So another really exciting thing is that since it is a Thursday night, we like to do a giveaway on a Thursday night. So what I aim to do tonight is to give away a Frontier community paint job. So we have the Frontier Mamba to give away tonight. Gluttony Fang, we'll give away two. Gluttony Fang, could you give me an exclamation mark something in the chat, and we'll pick from that number just now, and then towards the end, Katie we'll ask you to give us another letter.
Exclamation mark a number?
No, just exclamation mark anything. So you could be exclamation mark gluttony or exclamation mark AXI, anything you want.
There you go.
Oh, have you popped it in the? Have you popped it in the chat?
Exclamation point! Threat 10 cyclops.
I'm going to do that. Exclamation point! Threat 10 cyclops, and we'll pick a winner from the chat. Just going to take a note of it.
You look with the old Thargoids?
I've got one now, yeah.
Sounds good. Let's drop on Katie.
All right.
Maybe you guys help out with this one. We'll clear it.
We will.
Yeah, we'll help out very actively with this one.
Right. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the chat as well at the same time.
That's fine, Stephen. Don't worry about
it. You're just feeling slightly judged. Okay. Okay. All right.
Just waiting for you guys to drop in. That's all.
Yeah.
Apologies. I'm gonna just boost over there now. If Zach gets in there first, I'll jump over to him. Okay, so that is for the. Oh, I'm not on my screen, so I'm just gonna fly past you. That is for the Frontier Mamba paint job. So we'll give it another wee minute, and then I'll have a wee check, and then it's the winner. Right, I'm getting there. I'm 3 point. I'm close. I'm about 1 point, like 1 point something light year, not under point light year light way. This is the hard bit as well for me. I think all the time is it's you need to get there quick enough. You need to be like, I'm there, or you miss it. Because sometimes Thargoid sympathisers would say they run away because they don't want to fight, but screw that, fire them.
Ready and waiting to go, guys.
Okay. Katie, we can probably engage.
Yeah,
On
okay.
you
let's do
go.
this.
I've just arrived. Perfect timing. Look at that.
Same deal with this one, or anything different with the Interceptor?
Same deal. But this time, I don't have targeting information for you, so I.
Okay.
Hard down?
Yeah, good work.
Wow.
Okay.
The basilisk is much faster than all of the other variants. I think top speed is 530, whereas all the other ones are much slower, so be careful.
Alright. I'm going to try and get a nice kind of event. Alright, so. Oh. There we are. Right, I'm just following the beam.
Zach, feel free to use your thermal beam and help take out the shield.
Sure.
Okay. So I've got a nice kind of cam on that, so let's full screen that. Okay. Congratulations to Chris_Ghoststar on Twitch. They have won the Frontier Mamba paint job. So if you can email us at community@frontier.co.uk and tell us that you won, we can get that sorted for you. So that's community@frontier.co.uk and tell us that you won. Mimic48 says, guys, is it still possible to receive purple skin from Twitch? We will be doing Twitch drops again, and it will include the purple skin Twitch drops as well as the SRV, fighter, and the trails and weapons. We will be doing them again. Please keep an eye on our social channels for any updates. We will be bringing Twitch drops back again. We are just making sure we use them in the right way.
Nice shot.
Time for the beam again, or what's the plan?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, beam now. Yeah.
Whenever you see a shield, go ahead and beam.
Oh, we should actually point out that So when you don't have the target information in order to determine if there's a shield, you know where like the target would normally be on your HUD, like so where the enemy ship, or in this case where the Thargoid would appear on your HUD opposite your ship icon.
Mm-hmm.
When you shoot at a Thargoid that has shields up, you'll still see the little blue like impact marks in that area.
Right, so I've just been hit. So I have just been hit. So I'm going to jump to. I need to go and get rid of the. Oh no, it's not. It's I've left it too late. I'm at 22% already. Oh, it just doesn't like
I
me.
boosted this on purpose.
It just does not like me. Silent
Oh
running.
man, that's the most difficult job.
Right, silent running is on, and I have like 8. My hull is at 7%.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
Use all the weapons you have,
Everything you have, yeah.
and then also actually engage in FSD. Engage FSD when you're silent running.
Okay.
Shields down.
Shields instead.
Okay,
But
shields are down.
Don't actually leave with the FSD. Just let it heat up your ship.
Oh no, it's made me leave. Oh,
I'm
damage
still
detected.
Here. I'm still here, guys.
It's all right. We have put on Bruce's camera. I'm at 1%. Yes, I have put it on to 1%. Sorry, Zach's camera. I keep saying Bruce because he's destroyed my opportunity of surviving this by giving me no weapons. I apologise, Zach. You're all my children. I love you equally. Stephen, burn it off. I have, but I'm coming back with my 1%. I'm coming back. So one of the interesting things that we've done, actually, I'll jump this over with our OBS. If we've actually, we've tried to dual screen it, so you can see both of us playing at the same time. Try and get more of the video. So as you can see at my right, this is my gameplay. Zach's gameplay is in the bottom left. So if you like this, please let us know. We know we're missing the full amount. I tried to stretch it and it just didn't look good. So if you like it, please let us know, because I'm working hard on it. Working hard, making it look nice. Shocklight says,
try a duo cyclops. Maybe not this stream, but I reckon in the future we could definitely give it a go. Stephen, if you're down.
I mean, I would definitely give it a go, but I would definitely need some help from the Anti Xeno guys, because
yeah.
I mean, yeah. Bongo Bag says the screen works pretty really well. Thank you very much appreciated. I'm just coming back in. I have 1% hull. You can't see it because of the screen. I'm coming back in. I'm just going to try and keep my distance and get. I might try and this time. Actually, what do you call it? Use my camera. Just use my camera and stay away. Zacklewink 8876 says join AXI Discord, and if you want to join the AXI Discord, then please put an exclamation mark AXI, and it'll take you to a link. I think it's that time, Katie, if you want to give us an exclamation mark so we can give another Frontier Mamba paint job away.
Yeah, I'll take the aggro.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Heart down.
Excellent. Sure, no problem. I'll do it now.
Yep, just make sure shutdown field. Just boost out and light us off.
Feel like I'm bad for business right
Surge
now.
coming. If you don't have a shutdown field, boost and flight us off.
Oh, thank you, Sashas.
I'm probably too late. That's fine. Now would be a great time to pick her. Yeah.
Yeah, because the signal's gone for me as well. So it's all good. It's all good. Yes. Zac Winch 887 says, Zach, you're doing good, mate. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're doing a great job. I just want to say that you've not died, but in my first Thargoid encounter, I died at the end. So, well done.
I feel like I'm kind of the chosen one now of the Elite Dangerous universe.
Oh, you keep doing this every week. You're going to make life so hard for yourself, Zach.
If you see things more, apparently. Okay.
I'm going to be sick. You do know that, see, if you start really messing up on streams and stuff, like, I will stand at the top of the stairs when we get back into the office and have you at the bottom floor shouting, you were the chosen one, Zach. You were supposed to destroy the Thargoid, not join them. I will do that. Whilst everybody's going for lunch. Yeah. I will put you on fire as well, if you really want to.
Oh. Spot chat.
Stephen must do better. I've got 1% hull. I'm a photographer. If somebody could put their wing on.
Oh yeah, right. Shutdown field.
Sorry, I'm just an inconvenience tonight. I understand.
There we go.
I'm making sure that your skills are top notch. This is what I'm here for. Distractions and top notch. So yeah, sorry. Do you have a word that we could use there, Katie, for the chat?
Did it not come through?
Yeah, it's in the chat.
Is it in the chat? What was it?
It's in our the DM.
But exclamation point Gauss. Gauss.
Yes. Sorry, I can't even see the chat because I'm trying to come back in. So exclamation point Gauss, and you could be in the channel for winning a Frontier Mamba paint job. So please pop that in the chat. Gauss.
Was that he has a high ground?
Shield us down.
Shields down.
At the heart. No hard left shooter.
Okay. Does that? Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, good work. Excellent.
Oh wow.
Let's go.
Nicely done.
Play.
Did you just kill it?
Yes, we did.
What?
We made pretty good time.
That wasn't
Well
too bad
done.
time-wise.
Well
Oh,
done.
yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Okay, well now you can say you took on the Cyclops and Basilisk and walked out on the other end.
You
Didn't die once.
So I want to
Didn't-
point out as well, Glennie, this means that Zach can get quadruple vestige over at
That's
the rank
true.
over at AXI.
He qualifies for a few ranks
Oh
actually.
yeah, I am in your Discord, so feel free to do that at any point.
We will make sure it's done.
And what about me? What about my photography skills? Can I get the rank either loose cannon or liability? I think liability is a good one.
We'll give you party survivor. You didn't really survive. Have you think
Hey,
about it?
I have fought Thargoids before. Thank you very much. I was just taking a back seat here. So congratulations to Seraph on YouTube. If you email in at community@frontier.co.uk, you will get the Frontier Mamba paint job. So that's community@frontier.co.uk, and that's for Seraph on YouTube. Well done on that one. So guys, how are we feeling? Do you want to do another one, or shall we wrap things up here?
I think that's good for.
Yeah, I think if we go up another difficulty, it's gonna take even longer. So I think that's a good place to wrap it.
Okay, right. So we'll just jump back. So thank you so much, both of you, Commander Gluttony Fang and Commander Katie Byrne, for coming on our stream and showing us how to do some Thargoid. Taking Zac out, you've done really well training him, putting him out there. Is there anything either of you would like to say before you go?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for having us on. It was a very, very big honor and also very fun. Seeing someone who hasn't done Thargoids before, seeing like how they learn. I saw how you got lightning once, and the second time you dodged it. I'm just like, yep, that is progress. That is how you learn. So it's always, for me, it's always a joy to see someone picking up AX and doing well and learning. So yeah, and if anyone else is interested in the community, feel free to join the Anti Xeno Initiative. We are more than happy to help newcomers along, and we'll definitely award people who develop really far.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'd like to just mirror what Gluttony said. Thank you so much for having me along. It's been a lot of fun. Zac, I think you did fantastic. If anyone is obviously wanting to learn more about AX, the AXI is a fantastic place to start. Again, shameless self-plug. My husband and I, our YouTube channel has a lot of guides and advice as well. Thank you so much for linking that earlier. But thank you so much. Yeah, it's been a wonderful experience. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you both again. You've been an absolute pleasure. It's been great having you on, so thank you, and we'll definitely hopefully get you back on at another time.
100%.
Absolutely, we would love to come back. Perhaps this time we'll tackle a Hydra.
Oh, we can. We'll get Zac to practice. We'll get Zac to practice first, and I'll ask next time for actual weapons. Anyway, let's jump back onto the main. Once again, to everybody in the chat, thank you so much for joining us on our Thursday night live stream. We know right now that there are some things going on, so I'll just kind of go through that again really quickly. Is that we are aware that there are some stranded commanders in the news at the moment. Please know that we are aware, and we're doing our best efforts to collaborate and look into that. Also tomorrow at 12 p.m. UTC, we've got a announcement on the next set of questions for Elite Dangerous Odyssey. Please keep an eye as we obviously get closer and closer to the year. We'll be announcing more and more, so keep an eye on our social channels, and both Zac and I will be back at some point next week. It might be Bruce and Arthur actually. At some point. But Zac, did you have a good night? Is there anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I had a great time. I just think at some point the writers are going to have to put me into the lore of Elite Dangerous as the chosen one, and that seems to be getting closer every week. But yeah, until then, I've had a great time.
He's doing it to himself, chat. So I will say this publicly and happily that if you ever make, let's give him three mistakes on stream, there will be a video of us in the office recreating Star Wars. And I'll obviously be Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's going to happen. But yeah, so we just want to say a big thank you to everybody who came out tonight, and we will see you next Tuesday at 4:30 UTC on our Elite Dangerous channel. Stick around, we'll be looking to raid somebody else, so please stick around. But enjoy yourself, stay safe out in the black, and 07 Commanders.
07.
07.